So we have an extra 19, 29, 31. We have an extra 35 people coming to the city. We currently have 10 beds, so what did I say, 35? So 20, so I need an extra 3 beds, 3 houses. So we'll go ahead and put them in here. And I just remembered, these are the reason people are getting sick is because these are quite cold. Now the temperature is just about to increase, so it's not something I'm going to worry about right now, but it is something to consider. And I'm immediately just going to replace that scouting party. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. People that I can't remember the name of. I hope that one, oh, that was the first group. That poor lady. Oh no. Oh well. Oh, I also forgot to actually put people in here, so we'll go ahead and do that. That'll get us a bit more people. So you can see here now the likes of these are now livable, so if I turn that off, they're both still, oh, that wasn't off, that was 24 hours. Chili and chili. Okay, yeah, so we will leave it on. And I will turn it on like so. There's not too much wood left here. So we'll just slowly have that ticking away. Okay, so what are you going to want next? We'll get the medical post upgrades. We do have quite a few sick people here, so we are going to want to get through them quickly. We do have a lot more people coming in, so we'll use them to gather up all these other resources. But we did just unlock the coal mine, and we're going to stick it up here. And I suppose we'll just connect it in like so. So this is going to use another steam core, so we're down to 0 again. The coal mine versus the coal thumper though. So if we have a look at the stats, and I very rarely ever use the coal thumper. Wrong one again. Resources. So the coal mine extracts up to 240 per day. The coal thumper gathers up to 560 a day, but it's outside, so we have to have people gathering it. So it's quite cold. It's colder, more likely to be sick. So I find that usually coal mines, when you upgrade them, are sufficient. So we can go ahead. What research do we want next? When's the temperature dropping again? We're going to want to prepare ourselves for the temperature dropping, and these people are still going to be quite sick anyway. Low risk versus very low risk. So we will get generator range so we can start heating these houses out here. We also have a new law we can pass. Moonshine. Every meal lowers discontent slightly, so we can get moonshine, we can get prostitutes, or we can get dueling. Let's go get moonshine. People will feel a little bit happier. Yes, people get alcohol every day to cheer them up. Can't argue with that logic. I have a beer in my hand right now. So, the wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember, people usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree with everything they ask for. If you fix a problem your way, it's fine. Thank you. Okay. Oh, this guy's still working 24 hours. Sorry, buddy. Oh, there we go. He just stopped. Something happened. There we go. Survivors reach the city. Sir, a group of survivors have reached the city. They are tired and they need a place to rest, a bite to eat, some medical attention. But they're ready to lend a hand whenever they can. Perfect. They are quite sick, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. So we have them all housed. What did we get out of it? So we'll immediately put our engineers to work. So that's all the engineers at work. I suppose we'll get people in there, and I'll take out the sawmill entirely. And then I'll just have the rest of people, not the engineers, I'm going to want them doing something. Get the rest of the people then just gathering the rest of the resources that are around for now. One thing I'm going to need though is more food. So we will put down, actually, we might hold off on the food for now, and I'll just upgrade the outposts, yeah, or the hunting lodges, so yeah, that'll be fine. I will go ahead though and chuck down another another 2 workshops down and put the rest of them in there. Scout has reached even more survivors. Something amiss in the observatory. Snow covers the pressure's instruments and the dome is open, letting in a thick column of smoke. Someone's inside. Explore. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations till they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it down in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely on the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Ooh. So we can escort them back to the city. We can send them to the city, but it'll take longer and some of them may die. Or we can leave them there. And they will die. So we'll escort them back. Again, we're going to be nice. So 19, 29, 31. Okay, so it's 35 again. So let's just see. 35. Perfect. So we need 3. And I'm out of wood. Okay. We'll build the final one then. In the morning. I have a couple of hours anyway. What was built here? Okay. Where do I have some extra workers lying about? Nowhere. They're all kids. Oh, wrong one. No, outcome is the same. They're all kids apparently. So we'll go ahead and get some workers in there, just out of curiosity. Just based off of a fully working coal mine. Yeah, so a fully working coal mine is quite handy, as you can see. There, so that's fine. I suppose there was a very easy way of figuring that out. Just 24 an hour. Anyway, we'll do that. We'll get some people in there, and we'll put kids back on wood, and then the rest of them there. Okay. So we now have the generator range upgrade. We might want to look at houses. What's the temperature? Temperature's going to drop again. We can get more power though. Oh no, food. Food was the next thing I was going to look at, wasn't it? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn on the next fucking hell. The wall drill for the wood. We'll turn the wall drill on so I can get some more wood. Ooh, an automaton. The brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the pleater? Built by the people in Winterholm in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. So, we stopped at the bridge of a deep, wide ravine, marvelling in the steel bridge spanning it, even more so as a huge automaton sweeping the snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send a machine back to our city or disassemble for resources. So we're going to send it back to the city. It's basically a huge robot that will do stuff for us. And, I mean, I don't know why I bothered to keep talking after huge robot. That's cool enough as is. So, yeah, we're absolutely taking a huge robot. Search for other cities, deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterholm proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why was the why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There's logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. Never you mind, people. I will make sure everything is fine. So go ahead and get tier 3 upgrade, because we are going to want better food. We're definitely going to want better food after this, to keep everyone fed. Right, so I need another 2 tents. There's just constant supply of tents at the moment. And once again, since we do still have some resources out on the map, go ahead and I'll keep the workers for now. I'll send it the engineers for the moment. I'll keep some of them though. So we'll get our coal fully working, and anyone else then can just be dumped in there. We are going to want another medical outpost by the looks of it. We can always get rid of it later if it turns out we have too many, but we don't want our sick getting too out of control. And hunting tactics first, so we have a couple more people running around, 5 less people per house. We do still have enough food, so that's okay there as well. Just load all the children in there. We won't make them stay outside for any longer than they need to. Oh dear, I didn't realize my coal was actually that bad. No, we're going to want to turn that back on. Okay. New plan. Get the coal running 24. Oh, I didn't realize that when I upgraded it, it would automatically be done at a range 2. My bad. Okay, so people are going to be a little bit upset because I had to do that, but it'll be fine. Oh, speaking of coal. Weather station. There's no one in the weather station, but everything seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists were working on. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome are working on. So we get some coal and steam cores. We found a scientist note. They predict that the great cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observation ended abruptly months ago. There was not a can of spam, not even a crumb of bread left behind in the pantry. It's obvious they moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. So we get a little bit of coal and a steam core. So let's continue out to Winterhome. And come on. Abandoned station. The recent reports that the weather station has gotten people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. Few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come here. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. Look, I'm doing the best I can, okay? I'm trying. I don't see any of you stepping up and trying to lead. Outrageous. Oh, someone has just died. Death from overworking. So this is why I don't like doing the 24-hour shifts. People can die. It is quite frustrating. I understand it. I've been in jobs where it feels like that's going to happen myself. So what's our coal like? Yeah, unfortunately, we must make some sacrifices. We can't afford to not at the moment. It is completely my fault, don't get me wrong. And yeah, we are going to need a cemetery now as well, which we can do once we have another law. So, we'll go ahead and get a cemetery. And once again, this doesn't need any form of heat or anything. So we will just tuck it in a corner here. Like so. Okay. Let's find more coal. We have more people now, which is nice. And we're going to get the hunter's hangar so we can get more food coming in, because we are quite low on food. This now is 9 out of 10 for some reason. I don't know, just some reason. So we'll go ahead and get that done. And people are continuing to get sick, which is unfortunate, but hopefully they won't die. There we go. Right, oh, we found some food. This is going to be quite nice. This is where our expedition split up when our vehicles crashed during the snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies should be here. So there's plenty of precious supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found bodies. They're tangled together in a frozen mess, as if these people are trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. There's nothing we can do for them, not even bury them. So we do get a bit of food and a bit of wood out of it, though. There's nothing else around anyway. It would be pointless to go all the way up there just to come back at some point. So we'll send them back and then send them out. So there we go. We have our fly hunters. Go ahead and get insulation because our these are actually not too cold at all. So we don't need to do that right now. How are we looking on temperature? What's happening here? I thought this was... Oh, god damn it. Whoops. Once again, whoops. I forgot as well to turn the heating on in some of these places, like so. That will also be accounted for our sake. Okay. What was it I'm out of? Steel? Okay, so let's look at steel then. Upgrade our steel production. Is there another? Oh, there is another place there as well actually, so we'll go ahead and put another one down. And we found even more steam cores. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. The city is dead, most of the buildings have been destroyed, and the generator has exploded. Oh dear. The city streets are ruins. Fucking hell. I had a long day at work and I just can't talk anymore apparently. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city chronicles describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fight for dwindling resources and eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There is no hope. We're on our own. This is going to cause some people to not be too happy back home, I would guess. So we'll get him home and we'll go this way. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, living normal lives in homes heated by the generator, but we are alone. Hope falls. A bit of a riot or a protest, I would say, going on. When the home has fallen, they're all dead. How we survive with how we survive here without any help? We're gonna have to go back to London. There's no hope for us in the frozen desert. People start gathering as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads throughout the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. So now we can go down a new path of order and discipline, which is very interesting, or faith and spiritual strength, and it's basically giving them a reason to continue. So for this one we'll go through the first one, I suppose. We'll go through purpose, and we'll go ahead and get the neighborhood watch.
Hear me, new law in the city.
So we now have some new buildings, some watchtowers. Voice crack there, apparently. So we'll go ahead and get a watchtower over here, and we're going to want pretty good kind of coverage. So where can I put it? So if I take out this house and put it in there, and I can just put the house down over here. That will give us pretty good coverage, and we'll just continue the road all the way around just for symmetry. We just unlocked extra steel, so we'll get at least one of them in, and we'll get coal mining optimization as well, because we don't want to run into the same problem we just did before. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of people are so scared that they want to flee the city in the next 15 days. They've come to try and change their mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. What are we going to? What are we going to orderly decide who eats first when we starve? When we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down. We're not going to die. We aren't. I got this, guys. I got this. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London within 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage the discontent to guide them through the city. To guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. So, as we can see down here now, so we have 14 people in total are planning to leave the city. Many people at the moment are planning to join because our hope is so low, and the idea then is to not let them leave the city, but convince them to stay. So we'll go ahead and we'll get a second watchtower over here, and I just realized I didn't even need to build another house because apparently I had too many houses. A couple of people have probably died or something. Let's make sure that's true. 2 vacant beds. Nice. American camp. Several big tents, no sign of life. A flag flies over them. The American flag. Even from this distance, we couldn't mistake the stars and stripes. So we'll go ahead and have a look there. We can see it's starting to get dark on the map. Oh, we could also set up an outpost for wood from Winterhome, but I don't really feel like it's necessary. So yeah, it's starting to get dark. There's a storm blowing in. Keep that in mind. So let's see. Do we have extra staff anywhere? Just take 4 out of there. Chuck them in there. And the 2 engineers for now. Why not? Oh, the other thing I know I just remembered. Oh, I don't actually have enough yet. Okay. So, go ahead and extend the shifts. So the people who want to leave have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. People are easily persuaded because there's little hope. So we need to increase the hope. So fulfilling promises and stuff is a good way of doing that. And we have the automaton. As I said, big cool robot. Cannot argue with big cool robot. And it's not only a big cool robot, it's a big cool helpful robot. So let's just have a look at our coal. So at the moment we're producing 720 a day, but if I put the automaton on there, he works 24 hours. So now we're making 830 a day. So we will absolutely go ahead and do that. Using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labour crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator. We can research upgrades to raise their efficiency and capability. They are quite handy. So we will go ahead and use him immediately. Are there any kids out here? That's a bit of thanks. Okay.